Hey golfers, today we are going to look at the swing of the #1 player in the world, Scottie Scheffler. Interesting action. Most of the discussion is about what's happening between his feet and the ground. We're going to dive into that, but we're going to also look at a couple other things that we want to consider for you when you're looking at your swing. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys here so you can see. This is taken at the 2022 Masters that he won. He's got driver here. Looks like the 11th hole. And Patrick Cantlay, of course, is standing just enough in the way to be maybe annoying to Scottie. I don't know if he's trying to get in his way a little bit or not, play head games, who knows. But he's not standing off to the side. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. What we see with Scottie at address, as he takes it back, and he has said his goal is to get loaded into his right side and then push towards the target off of his right side as much as he can to get his lower body out of the way. So we're going to take him to the top here, and what you are going to see is things up to the top look pretty textbook. He's turning, loading, rotating into that right side, and he gets to the top here. This is probably just before he starts to make his transition to the downswing. So he's made his big turn. He's loaded on the inside of his right foot. You can notice the weight, this is important, is not shifting to the outside of his right foot. He's going to push off that inside of that right foot towards the target. As he said, and that move of him driving his foot towards the target is what helps him clear his hips and get through the ball consistently. And when he doesn't do that, he says he fights a left miss. So from here, he's just getting the club set there. He's still getting it to the top. Now he's starting his move down. From here, you're going to see, even here, he's just started his move down, but his right heel is lifting, and he's starting to push onto that right toe and roll that right foot towards the target. So as we bring him down into P6, this is halfway down. He's really off of that right heel now, pretty much just on the right toes only, and he's moving that weight towards the target, which is a big lateral ground force shift, which is what we want to see. So he's using those lateral and toe-to-heel forces against the ground to push his pressure and force towards the target. And as we get to P6, this is P5, P6 would be about there. He's totally off that foot, but he hasn't slid this foot yet. It's just gotten up off the heel. He's pushed that toe towards the target, and he's really loaded, and you can see he's loaded into that left side completely. He's moving that right side through to the target. So you don't see the crazy slide back until basically just at impact, that right toe is starting to slide and get out of the way. But you start to see right after impact, he's rolling onto that left foot and ankle a fair bit. And it's definitely a unique move, and that foot slides out of the way. So he's gotten completely off of his right side. So what we're seeing here is him loaded into the inside of this right foot, and the first move down is going to be a push to the lead side. So that foot is pushing this way, and the foot heel is lifting off the floor or through the ground to drive here. So in a sense, by getting to impact, he's getting to this position. So the feet are essentially rolling towards the target, and he's pushing off, and right through impact, that's when this foot's going to slide back out of the way, and he's totally on that left side. So this is a move, Scottie self-admittedly, he's had the same swing coach all his life. He's worked on this move with his coach. He says his coach would be more concerned if his foot was maybe moving in ways that it shouldn't. Maybe initially if his foot moved back here, or if it moved this way, if his foot moved this way, but it moves towards the target this way, and it helps him get through and get onto his lead side and avoid that left miss. So again, he's had the same instructor pretty much his whole career. So this is something they've worked on for decades, and it's gotten to him a point where he is the best player right now, far and away, in the world. Questionable arrest probably cost him maybe the PGA championship, but other than that, he seems to be unstoppable right now in terms of nobody's striking the ball better. It just comes down to how well he putts. His iron and distance control is, not even close to anybody else in the world. He's heading above everybody else. So that move is not something that you're going to try and necessarily, mimic or practice. It's just something he's inherently done, trying. It's a feel of him trying to get to the target, okay? So main concerns for Scottie, sometimes you see him with the neck tape and things like that. That would be more of a concern where, okay, do his rotary centers, do his neck, shoulders, hips, and spine rotate well enough to support him swinging that fast and that often? Does he have enough strength to support that speed? Those would be the big concerns over time that are going to determine his longevity, not this idiosyncratic move of his feet, but it looks a little different, so that's what people focus on. But it's just a way for him to push towards force and pressure towards the target in his downswing. There's different feels for other players. You could focus on pushing the left hip out of the way to help you. You could still focus on driving the right foot towards the target without the foot popping off the ground as well. There's lots of different ways to get it done. Best advice is to check that your body can physically actually do those things in terms of rotation. So you can click on the link in our description, find that free home mobility assessment to make sure you can actually rotate as much as you need to in the golf swing. Then you can go see a golf pro, get your technique and your swing checked out, find the best move that's going to work for you so you can play your best golf. Hope you guys found this fun and a little bit informative as well, and we will see you guys in the next video.